Hello students, welcome to video lecture on deductions from gross total income. As we studied, the objective of assessment is to compute the total income of an assessee and tax liability on such total income. In the process of computation of total income, first we should aggregate all the 5 heads income, that is called gross total income. From that gross total income, we need to deduct total amount of deductions under section 80C to 80U allowable to an assessee. Then we will arrive at total income. The provisions of section 80C to 80U are utilized by an assessee to reduce the tax liability, as the amount of deduction, total amount of deduction reduces the total income. Now the question is, what is the deduction amount, or to which amount an assessee can get the deductions under these sections? If an assessee has invested any amount in a notified fund, scheme, or on a approved shares, or if an assessee has make payment of life insurance premium, health insurance, medical expenditure, tuition fees, home loan, interest on education loan, and if an assessee has donated amount to any charitable institutions or donated amount to any approved or notified funds, for these amount an assessee can get a deduction under these sections from 80C to 80U. Even though an assessee can get deductions on certain incomes like royalty, interest on SB account, these are the items or the amount for which an assessee can get deductions under section 80C to 80U. In my previous video, I have explained the deduction under section 80C. This is my second video on the deductions from the gross total income. In this video, I am going to cover deductions in section 80CCC to 80EE. Let us start with the first one. Deduction under section 80CCC. 80CCC. This deduction is allowed only to an individual in respect of contributions made by him to any annuity plan of LIC or any other insurer approved by IRDA. The maximum deduction is allowed up to rupees 1,50,000. It means if an individual has contributed or deposited under pension scheme of life insurance premium, life insurance corporation, an individual can get a deduction under section 80CCC. The amount of deduction will be lesser of amount deposited, lower of amount deposited, or maximum rupees 1,50,000. So important note is, if an assessee has claimed deduction for the amount deposited under pension fund of life insurance premium under this section, he will not be available for the deduction for same amount under section 80C. Example, Mr. Pranav contributed pension family pension scheme of LIC of India. Compute amount of deduction under section 80 CCC in case if he contributed rupees 90,000, and in second case if he contributed rupees 1,60,000. So computation of deduction under this section is very simple, as only we should compare the amount of deposited and the maximum amount 1,50,000. So in the first case 90,000 is the lower amount, so he can get deduction of rupees 90,000, and in the second case he deposited rupees 1,60,000, but the maximum deduction allowable is 1,50,000, so he can get deduction of rupees 1,50,000 in the second case. And the next deduction is under section 80 CCD. It is for the contribution to notified pension scheme. In the previous section it is also pension scheme, but it is the pension scheme of life insurance company, but it is the pension scheme which is notified by the central government. So this deduction is also allowed only to an individual. If an individual has deposited an amount in an account under a pension scheme which is notified by the central government. There are two pension schemes notified by central government. One is new pension scheme and Atal Pension Yojana. This deduction again has been classified in three sections. We will discuss in the next slide. So next, deduction under section 80 CCE. This deduction is not for any investments or payment. This deduction, it has the selling limit for the aggregate deduction of three sections, that is 80C, 80CCC and 80CCD1. It means the aggregate amount of under section 80 CCE, the aggregate amount of deductions under section 80C, 80CCC and 80CCD1 is subject to an overall limit of rupees 1,50,000. It means if the deduction allowable under these sections, if the aggregate amount of deduction allowable under these three sections exceeds rupees 1,50,000, then the amount of deduction under section 80 CCE will be rupees 1,50,000 only. If the aggregate amount of deduction under this section is less than rupees 1,50,000, then that lower amount he can claim as a deduction under these three sections. If aggregate amount exceeds 1,50,000, then the limit of 1,50,000 is applicable under this section. But the important note for this section is that this limit is not applicable to these two sections, that is 80CCD1B and 80CCD2. It is applicable to 80CCD1, but it is not applicable to 80CCD1B and CCD2. Example of section 80 CCE. The amount of deductions allowable to Mr. Sonu are under section 80C 1 lakh, under section 80 CCC 40,000 and under section 80 DD 1 30,000. Compute the amount of deduction under section 80 CCE. Solution. It is very simple to compute the amount of deduction. Just aggregate the amount of deduction applicable under allowable under these three sections, that is 1,40,000 and 30,000. So total aggregate amount of deduction under these three sections is 1,70,000. If the aggregate deduction under these three sections exceeds rupees 1,50,000, then only the deduction under section 80 CCE comes. Okay, so here 1,70,000 is the aggregate amount of deduction. So under section 80 CCE, the deduction amount is 1,50,000. So the Mr. Sonu can get deduction of rupees 1,50,000 only. 80CCD notified pension scheme, contribution to the notified pension scheme. Just I told that this deduction has classified as own contribution to NPS section 80 CC D1, additional deduction section 80 CC D1B, employer contribution to NPS section 80 CC D2. It means if an individual has contributed towards national pension scheme, he can get a deduction for that amount under 80 CC D1, and the amount of deduction is actual amount deposited in NPS or 10% of salary, 10% of salary in case of salaried person, and 20% of gross total income in case of non-salaried or other than salaried individual. So lower of these two is the amount of deduction under section 80 CC D1. If an individual or employee has contributed himself towards the NPS, he can get deduction under section 80 CC D1. If an individual has his own contribution towards 80 CC D1, he can get additional deduction under section 80 CC D1B. The maximum amount under this section is rupees 50,000. And the third one is about the employer contribution to NPS. It is compulsory that an employer has to contribute the same amount which an employee has contributed towards national notified pension scheme. So here, if an employer also contributed to NPS, actual amount deposited by employer in NPS or the 10% of salary, whichever is lower, is allowable as a deduction under this section. The important note here is already this note has been cleared in the clarified in the previous slide, that under section 80 CCE the maximum limit of deduction is not applicable for these two sections. The limit of 1,50,000 under section 80 CCE is not applicable to these two sections. We will have an example on this. Example: Mr. Bhagwan, working in company, made following investments and payment during previous year 2018-19. Deposited rupees 1 lakh in public provident fund, paid life insurance premium 30,000, purchase of NSC 30,000, contributed to pension scheme of LIC 20,000, contributed to NPS of central government rupees 1,50,000, being 20% of his salary. The company is also contributed the same amount. Compute the deduction available to Mr. Bhagwan for AY 2019-20. While computing the deductions, first we should identify the deduction under which an item is allowed for deduction. Deposited to public provident fund, this comes under 80C. LIC premium comes under 80C. NSC comes under 80C. Contributed to pension scheme of LIC allowed for deduction under section 80 CCC. Contributed to NPS, notified pension scheme, it means it is qualified for deduction under section 80 CCT. There are three sections under section 80 CCD: 1, 1B and 2. 1 is for own contribution, 1B is for additional deduction for own contribution, 2 is for employer contribution. Solution. First, compute the deduction under section 80C. These are the 3 items which are allowed for deduction under section 80C. So qualifying amount is 1,60,000, maximum 1,50,000, whichever is less is allowed for deduction under section 80C. The second, deduction under section 80CCC, that is pension scheme of LIC. Amount deposited 20,000 or maximum of 50,000, whichever is less 20,000. And the third one is 80CCD1 for own contribution to NPS. Amount deposited is 1,50,000. This is 1,50,000 and 10% of the salary. Here the 1,50,000 is 20% of his salary. It means half of this is the 10% of his salary, that is 75,000. So lower of these two, whichever is less of above 75,000, is the deduction under section 80CCD1. So before computation of deduction under section 80CCD1B and 80CCD2, first we should compute the deduction under section 80CCE if the aggregate deduction of these 3 sections exceeds rupees 1,50,000. So first we compute the deduction under section 80CCE. Aggregate deduction of 3 sections, 1,50,000, 20,000 and 75,000. It is 2,45,000. So maximum selling limit is 1,50,000. So lower of these two is 1,50,000. It is the deduction allowable under section 80CCE. In continuation of this, deduction under section 80CCE, that is maximum selling limit 1,50,000, plus deduction under section 80CCD1B, that is additional deduction for own contribution, maximum 1,50,000, and 80CC2, employer contribution or 10% of salary, whichever is lower, that is 75,000. These two deductions, 80CCD1B and 80CCD2, are not comes under the selling limit of section 80CCE. So for that reason, these amount of deduction under this section is added here. So the total deduction allowable to Mr. Bhagwan for the assessment year 2019-20 is 2,75,000. So next deduction, CCG, 80CCG, investment under equity savings scheme. A resident individual makes an investment in notified listed equity shares is allowed as a deduction of 50% of the investment amount or rupees 25,000, whichever is less, provided certain conditions are satisfied. Deduction under section 80D, important. We will discuss important deductions. So this is important one, 80D, medical insurance premium. If an individual or Hindu undivided family has paid medical insurance premium on the health of any member in case of Hindu undivided family, or on the health of self, spouse or children in case of individual, the amount of health or medical insurance premium paid by an assessee is allowed as deduction under section 80D. The amount of deduction under section 80D. Aggregate amount of medical insurance premium or contribution to central government health scheme or preventive health checkup. On the health of assessee, spouse or dependent children. The total amount of health insurance premium paid or maximum 25,000, whichever is less is allowed as a deduction under section 80 D. Further deduction is allowable if the health insurance premium is paid on the health of parents. The amount is the same, that is the aggregate amount of health insurance premium paid or the maximum 25,000, whichever is lower. So the total deduction under section 80D is health insurance premium on self, spouse or children, maximum 25,000, and further deduction, additional deduction is allowable on the health insurance premium of parents, that is amount of a premium or maximum 25,000, whichever is lower. So total amount of deduction under section 80D is aggregate of these two. Notes: if in the above case, if the premium is paid for senior citizen, then the maximum amount of deduction should be 50,000 in both the cases. If any person mentioned here is a senior citizen, the limit of deduction shall be rupees 50,000. In this case also, if the parents are senior citizen, any of the parents or both are father, mother are the senior citizens, then the amount of deduction, the maximum amount for deduction shall be 50,000. Senior citizen means a person age of 60 or more. If the amount paid on account of medical expenditure in case of a senior citizen who are unable to get the health insurance coverage, deduction up to rupees 50,000 will be allowed. It means in case of a senior citizen, if health insurance coverage is not applicable or unable to get the health insurance premium, any medical expenditure spent can be allowed as a deduction, maximum up to rupees 50,000. And the important point for this section is that the health insurance premium must be paid in a mode other than cash. It means check DD. In this mode, the payment of a premium should be made. If the health insurance premium is made in cash, deduction is not allowed. Example: Mr. Ram, age of 38 years, has incurred the following expenses: medical insurance premium paid for himself 12,000, paid for spouse 10,000, paid for children 8,000, paid for father age 62 years 30,000. Compute the deduction under section 80D. Solution: deduction under section 80D. Medical insurance premium for self, spouse and children. Aggregate of this is 28,000. In the first case, he can get a deduction for the medical insurance premium for self, spouse and children, that to maximum of rupees 25,000. So he can get deduction 25,000, plus he can also get a deduction for the medical insurance premium paid for father. So medical insurance premium for father 32,000. Age of the father is given 62 years, senior citizen. So the restricted maximum amount is 50,000. Whichever is lower of these two is allowed as a deduction 30,000. So total deduction under section 80D is 55,000. Aggregate of these two, 25,000 for the self, spouse, children, plus 30,000 for father. The next deduction under section 80DD, maintenance and medical treatment of a dependent disabled person. This deduction is allowed to an individual and Hindu undivided family in respect of expenditure for the maintenance and medical treatment of disabled dependent, or deposited any amount under a scheme framed in this regard. If any member of a family is suffering from disability, then an assessee can get a deduction under this section for the expenditure or medical treatment of that disabled dependent. The amount of deduction depends on the extent of disability. It means if a person is suffering from disability, normal disability, the amount of deduction is 75,000. It is not a maximum or up to 75,000. It is a flat 75,000. He can get deduction under this section. If that dependent person is suffering from severe disability, then an assessee can get a deduction of rupees 1,25,000. Note: person with severe disability means a person with 80% or more of one or more disabilities as prescribed. If in the examination they will give clearly about severe disability. If a dependent is a severe disability, flat 1,25,000 is allowed as a deduction. Second note is, flat amount of deduction is allowed irrespective of expenditure spent. It means if an assessee has spent any amount of expenditure for the medical treatment of a disabled dependent, he can get a flat amount of deduction. Example, if an assessee has spent for the medical treatment of a disabled person of rupees 50,000, he can get deduction of rupees 75,000 in case of disabled person. If an assessee has spent for the medical treatment of a disabled person of rupees 1,50,000, he can get deduction of rupees 75,000 in case of disability and 1,25,000 in case of severe disability. It means irrespective of the expenditure spent, whatever may be the expenditure, more or less the flat deduction is allowable. I have an example on this deduction. Sri Bhandari paid medical insurance premium by check for his blind mother, certified as a severe disabled person. So here they have clearly mentioned that there is a certificate of severe disability of mother of Sri Bhandari. So age of the mother is 68 years and the medical insurance paid is rupees 20,000. Compute the amount of deduction allowable to Sri Bhandari. See, he has paid the medical insurance premium. Medical insurance premium means this item or this payment comes or allowable under section 80D. Solution: computation of deductions. Deduction under section 80D, medical insurance. Just in the previous slide we discussed medical insurance premium, maximum 25,000, in case of senior citizen maximum 50,000. So 20,000 is allowed as a deduction under section 80D, and he can get a deduction under section 80DD as Mr. Bhandari's mother is a disabled person who is suffering from severe disability. So he can get flat deduction of rupees 1,25,000 irrespective of the expenditure spent by an assessee. So the total amount of deduction allowed to Bhandari is 1,45,000. The next deduction under section 80DB, medical treatment for special diseases. If an assessee has incurred an expenditure for the medical treatment of special diseases, then he can get the deduction for such expenditure. The deduction is allowed to resident individual as well as Hindu undivided family in respect of any amount spent for the medical treatment of specified for self or dependent, specified diseases for self or dependent. So here specified diseases are mentioned in income tax rules: neurological disease, cancer, AIDS, chronic. So the next actual amount spent or the maximum rupees 40,000, whichever is less, is allowed. The extent of deduction is actual amount spent or rupees 40,000, whichever is less. In case of senior citizen, maximum amount of deduction is rupees 1 lakh. Example: Mr. Rohan paid on medical treatment of chronic and protracted disease of his father. What is the amount of deduction allowable if expenditure spent is rupees 25,000, 40,000 and in third case 55,000? Solution: amount spent or maximum 40,000, whichever is less. So in the first case 25,000 is the deduction amount, and in the second case 40,000, and in the third case 55,000 is spent, so 40,000 is the deduction amount. If a person, that is the father of Mr. Rohan, is a senior citizen, then the maximum limit shall be 1 lakh. The amount of deduction changes in the third case. Okay, fine. This is about the deduction under section 80DB. Next one, deduction under section 80E. This deduction is allowable to an individual and Hindu undivided family. If any interest is paid on the loan taken for higher education, for pursuing higher education, and the amount of deduction is 100% of the interest paid or the full amount. How much the interest is paid by an assessee during previous year, that is on loan taken for the higher education, the whole amount will be allowed as a deduction under section 80E. Up to assessment 7 assessment year he can claim deduction. And the next one is deduction under section 80EE, interest on loan taken for a residential house. There are certain conditions to be satisfied by an assessee. These are: loan must be taken for the house property, loan must be sanctioned during 1617, the amount of loan should not exceed rupees 35 lakh, and the value of house property should not exceed rupees 50 lakh, and assessee should not have any house property other than this one. Then he can get a deduction of the interest on loan taken for house, and the maximum amount of deduction will be rupees 50,000. This deduction of rupees 50,000 is over and above the deduction under section 24 of rupees 2 lakh. It means, as we studied while computing the taxable income from house property, interest on loan taken for the house property, we can give deduction under section 24B. So here it is an additional deduction an assessee can claim. In addition to that, it means an assessee can claim deduction for the interest on loan taken for the house property in two sections. One is under section 24 from the annual value, and this one under section 80EE, that is up to rupees 50,000 from the gross total income. Here is a slide of key points. So far we have discussed deductions from 80C to 80EE. I am suggesting to students to note down these for examination point of view. Just you can remember these key points. Section 80C, it is applicable or allowable in case of, or allowable for life insurance premium, NSC Provident Fund Deposit Scheme payment of home loan, and the amount of deduction maximum rupees 1,50,000. 80CCC pension scheme of LIC. 80CCD is notified pension scheme of central government, and in case of LIC pension scheme, maximum deduction is 1,50,000. So 80CCT, as we studied, this deduction is classified as deduction under section 80CC D1 for own contribution, 1B for additional deduction for the own contribution, and 2 for employer contribution. And the next we studied 80CCE. The limit for these three, 80C, 80CCC and 80CC D1, the aggregate amount of deduction of these three sections has the selling limit under section 80CCE, that is rupees 1,50,000. And next we discussed 80D, it is for the medical insurance. Here two items or amount of deduction an assessee can claim, that is 25,000 for the insurance, medical insurance for self, spouse or children, plus additional deduction on the health insurance premium of the parents. 80DD, it is maintenance or medical treatment of disabled person, flat 75,000 for disability, 1,25,000 for severe disability. And 80DDB is for the medical expenditure for specified diseases. Amount spent or 40,000 in case of senior citizen, 1 lakh. These three are the relating to medical. These 80C to 80CCE are relating to life insurance, premium and investments. These two E, 80E and 80EE are relating to interest on higher education loan, full amount of deduction, interest on home loan. So interest paid or 50,000, whichever is less, is allowable for deduction. Thank you. In the next video we will discuss an important deduction, that is deduction under section 80G.